That's my thing with Amorim at the moment. It feels like we're all just accepting he's just going to say, I'm playing my formation. This is the way it is. Whether we lose or not, I don't care. Like, this is the way it's going to be done. No innovation mid-game. No, like, okay, do you know what? We're getting overrun. Let me drop one person in. Let's do... I'm just seeing the same thing each game. And that's worrying. That's worrying. I'm not saying that I'm Amorim out or anything like that. Like, but it's just like, you got to acknowledge that there's mistakes being made, because I think we can all say the players are not good enough, players are going to leave, and we know Ratcliffe and what's going on in ER, some of the decisions that's going on with the club is pretty much unbelievable, in fact, right? But I just think there has to be an acknowledgement of the mistakes that are actually being made as well. Like, I know I was thinking about what you were just saying, like, in terms of there's going to be players that are staying, a lot of players that are staying, there's going to be a lot of players that are going. But do you ever lose your way to learning? I don't think so. Like, if I was in school and a teacher told me how to do algebra in a certain way, and in every single time I had a maths test and I did my workings on algebra, and in that tester was saying you're doing your algebra wrong, I'm going to go to my maths teacher and be like, bro, you keep teaching me algebra this way, and then every time I get to the test, it's wrong. The tester's telling me it's wrong. So can you lose your way into learning? At some point, you have to start seeing it, and then you're going to be like, oh, I understand it now.
You have to be able to adapt to situations.
Oh, yeah, this is it. Do you know what? I believe in him. If every single week I'm walking out there, playing a system I'm not familiar with, getting cooked every week, getting home, millions of people are saying I'm shit, I'm the worst player ever, I'm going to be like, hold on a second, I don't believe in this. You got to find a way. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people are saying time as if it's like a buzzword now. I think time, process, progress, all these type of words are just now becoming like just buzzwords. Like, oh, let's just give somebody time. So what? Just lose a million games in a row? And time's not... If we lose to Everton, it's a 10th league loss under Ruben Amorim. Yeah. Dylan, 10. Bruv.
Marcel had something to say on this before the pod about time.
Yeah, you can't just use time as a buzzword. You have to... Because listen, I'm not trying to keep saying it's Manchester United, but any football club, Everton, they had Sean Dyche, they'd say, listen, we got to get rid of you. You can't just like keep losing and just say time, because like if it was Pep Guardiola, for example, or someone that's like has a history of like, I'm a legend in this game, then you can probably be like, man, okay, maybe. But with Amorim's inexperience as well, he's 40 years old.
Do you think then
he's
like,
just come though?
He's not got like the authority or the backing to do something like come in and could stick to his principles completely, considering that he's not like the serial winner,
he's
15, 20-year manager?
You can stick to your principles, but I'm sorry, you have to find a way to stop the bleeding. You can't just say, I'm sticking to my principles, and by the way, my principles mean we're going to lose. That's ridiculous, bro.
I think you have to make a framework that you can adapt within.
Yeah, like you have what you're doing, but you got to be like, listen, and even if there is some form of compromise, it doesn't have to be to the Ten Hag way, because Ten Hag went from like this super exciting manager to counter, low block, so it was completely different. But as I'm saying, I'm not saying the 3-4-3 or anything, but even if there's some form of compromise that you have to do with the squad. Listen, I saw an interview, John Terry, he was talking about Ancelotti, right? And listen, I know John Terry's world-class, Drogba, all these guys are world-class. But Ancelotti went to the players and was like, how do you want to play today? What do you want me to do to make it easier for you guys? He's compromised, he's talking with the players. Varane just came out and said Ten Hag refused to listen to anybody. He just had his way. The modern pro might be like that, where you may need to speak. You can't just say, guys, this is my way. We walk in every single week and we're losing. I'm telling you now, you're starting to see Amorim crack already. Because I reckon after every single loss that we're having, he's walking into the dressing room and they're just looking at him like, yeah, what you got to say now, mate? You know what I mean? What have you got to say now? My 10th loss is coming. In how many games? 10 losses in like 15 games.
In the Premier League, it's 14 games, 8 losses, 4 wins, 2 draws.
It'll be hard for players to get behind that. You've seen that, obviously we're in the United channel, but have you seen, is maybe one of City Till I Die or whatever? It's one of Man City's documentaries. Anyway, City were on a bad form before they went on that great form to go win the league. Pep Guardiola walked in there and said, this is fucking shit. He said, listen, anyone that doesn't sort themselves out. I've got players in the academy. They're waiting. They're waiting for the call up. I will drop anyone for an academy player if you guys are going to continue playing like this. And then it started picking up. Now, I'm not saying that was their eureka moment. Like, oh my God, an academy is there. But the fact that he was talking about it, he was threatening them with the academy. Yeah. What is it showing to the players now that we can just continuously keep losing? Same players are going to play every single week. The young players are traveling, just looking at, and let's have it right. We all have egos. We're all people. We're all humans. Some of these academy players will be looking at some of these guys like,
I can do this.
Come on, I can do this. Do you know what I mean? I can do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like with the scoring streak, Xerxes 2 in 15, Hoyland none in 15, Garnacho none in 18. I'd be looking at that myself. Like, I can't play football, and I'd be like, I reckon I can nick one.
Do you know what I mean? You're concerned about it. So that's just the thing that. And the thing is, he was really big on rotation when he came in. And I'm not saying that he doesn't rotate now and stuff, but I just think that he needs to find a way of getting a spark. I think we're all now walking into matches with too much of a defeatist attitude, and I think the manager's sharing that as well. We're now actually like at peak hopelessness, where we're just like, well, if we lose, the players are crap anyway. Like, that's not how it should be.
But you can't sack him because of this, though. Like, he shouldn't be leaving the club because of the situation and the moment that we're in right now. You know, I think there's other elements outside of the managers that have got us to this stage where he's having to balance the squad and manage minutes in this way, where he's trying to get performances or find heroes, find different ways to manage the system, not the formation. Because like we say, the formation wins things in this league. It's just the way that he's implementing it. He's not being brave enough. I think he needs time to learn and to understand the league, to understand. Because I think you know the players better than him, you know. You've seen Bruno for years. You've seen Delo for years. Even Onana, you've seen for years.
I don't know that
he's
we
just
know
had
the
a few
players
months.
better than him, though. He does train with them in and out every single day, and he was also a UEFA pro coach and former footballer. He probably does know, like...
this guy's a pro.
No, but how many football matches have we seen them play? And in the pressure moments, with the ambience, you know, home and away, when we've won, when we're a goal up, when we're a goal down, we've seen them.
I kind of get what he means because, like, for example, I remember when I was seeing Bruno start 10, I was like, this ain't gonna work because I know Bruno is not good on the half turn. I already knew that, and Amorim did it for 4 games, and then literally came out and was oh no, Bruno's not good on half turn. I needed somebody that can play forward, and he's better playing the game forward. So I kind of get what he's saying, but at the same time, obviously, we don't know as much as Ruben Amorim, I'm sure. But my thing is as well, like, I think Yusuf said it. I think you alluded to it. It's like, if we're gonna lose, then let's lose in a way where I can walk away and be like, do you know what? That was the players' fault. You know, like, the players, they're not good enough. If that was the case...
Well, there's something to get behind.
Yes. So, like, if we're losing, I can be like, okay, do you know what? I see it. I need to give this manager time because I can see the quality of player is really, really letting him down. Now, the quality is obviously letting him down in a certain way, but I would rather it be that way for me to get behind the manager than just seeing what I'm seeing at the moment. Because what I'm seeing is, and I asked it off air, who's improved? Like, for me, I actually think everyone's worse.